What is up, y'all? Snipes-n-Snarfblatts, your unauthorized place for Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Fox. As always, I am your host, Jason, and this is where we get together once a week and talk about all things entertainment under the Disney umbrella. Has not been much this week. I am coming at you a little late today, and I will tell you it is because of technical difficulties, and in no way whatsoever does it have anything to do with the fact that I just wanted to sleep in today. But anyway, like I said, not much to go into. However, there were some pretty significant announcements made this week, but that's all they really were. So we're going to jump right into it. Mouse in the Desk Lamp. Mouse in the Desk Lamp is where we talk about all things Disney and Pixar related, and these come from the Pixar camp. The first thing was a tweet that went out with a picture of the title card, and it is the movie Soul. The tweet said, Pixar Animated Studios will take you on a journey from the streets of New York City to the cosmic realms to discover the answers of life's most important questions. Disney and Pixar's Soul arrives in theaters on June 19th, 2020. That was basically the whole tweet, and from what I can tell, that is all we know about this film at all, other than it is the next film from Onward. So, Onward we already talked about a couple weeks ago. I'm holding reservations until I actually see the movie Onward, because judging from what I've seen so far, I'm not really that pumped for what's coming. I see there are some folks that are really excited for this movie. I am not really one of them. It doesn't feel like something that would come out of this camp. But this one, also Journey from the Streets to New York to the Cosmic Realms, Life Secrets. I don't know what to make of all this stuff. I mean, on its surface, you just throw that stuff around, and I'm feeling like I've got like an Inside Out 2 on my hands or something, where once again we're going to be talking about emotions and such. But Soul, I can't wait to see a little more on this, because I'm kind of where I was at when they first announced Onward, and they just gave us this, these people going on an adventure in a land of fantasy. They just did very vagueness. This is even more vague than that. So I didn't even put this on the site because I didn't know what to write about it. I don't even know really what to say about this. It's kind of just like, okay, so New York City to the cosmic realms, answers to life's quality. The more I even say it, the more vague it seems to me. So I don't know what to really make of this. I can't wait to see more to actually get me excited. But that's June 19th, 2020. Announcement was made yesterday, and I still just haven't. Like I said, I want to flesh it out with at least something, because even the more I think about it, the more I can go 60 million different ways of what this is about. It being called Soul, I hope it really has something to do with like some kind of music, like has a big musical angle, kind of like Coco. And Coco, I bring up the musical angles of Coco because this sounds like that did when I first heard it. Because when I first heard the synopsis of Coco, I was like, oh. I mean, I wasn't really that enthused, and then I see the movie, and it blew me away. One of my favorite Pixar movies now. So, like I said, I want to see more, but there you go. There's the announcement. I probably spent way too much time on that short of an announcement anyway. But we're going to get into something that is big for me today, and that is my anticipation for Toy Story 4. Alright, so the first reviews came out. They were really, really good about how great it was. Then, as it starts to get closer, you start to hear some of the, oh, well, it was good, but it wasn't Toy Story good. You know what I'm saying? And it now does not boast 100%. It had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for a good run of its critical first runs, but it has dropped to 98% now, so it is dropping a little bit. Now it's on par with, I think, what Toy Story 2 was the other 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm not expecting a perfect movie anymore. And now I'm actually going into it a little worried, because I might have done myself a great disservice. When I heard everything great about this film, I made the genius move of deciding for the past 3 days to watch Toy Story, Toy Story 2, and just last night Toy Story 3. So I don't know if that was a great disservice to myself and what's to come in the long run. But I'm a little thrown off all of a sudden, because I'm like, man, 98%. While granted, 98% is still perfection almost. I'm still wondering if that's going to really change when everyone else gets to see this film. So, I don't know. I was going in way up here. I'm not going in down here by any means, but I am probably, instead of 100% anticipation, I've sunk down to a 98% anticipation, which I'm scared is still going to be too high of just regard to hold this film in. I don't know if I should have the original three masterpieces that they are in my head going in to see this, because like I said, and I've kept saying, there seems to be a lot of old hat type elements coming in on this one. Let's see how much Woody comes full circle, or does Woody feel like he's going through the same things over and over again, and we're already talking 5 for him to go through the same things over and over and over and over and over again. So I don't know. I'm jumbled. I'm still excited. I can't wait till tonight. I'm going to go see it. AMC. Like I said, I cannot wait. I'm seeing it in one of those awesome Dolby theaters. So tomorrow, be ready. I'll give a small first thoughts review on YouTube, and then later on through the weekend, as always, I'll write one out that gives them more detailed as I break down character for character, plot point for plot point, really put it up against the other ones. But like I said, be ready for my anticipation video. That'll come out tomorrow. Be able to tell y'all what I really, really think about this thing, because like I said, who knows, right? So we're going to pull out of Mouse of the Death Lamp for today. We're going to jump into some Nine Realms stuff. Like I said, these are all going to be real quick things probably, because this is just an announcement that they made about Avengers In Game. Avengers In Game is still about $55 million away from Avatar's all worldwide release, right? So in order to, and Avatar did this too, they had a re-release as well. We're having one a little faster because we got Spider-Man coming to the theaters the week after. So next week, Avengers In Game is re-releasing fully into theaters with extra footage. So we're talking, I think they said an end-credit scene, some surprises here and there, big tribute to Stan Lee. So there's some extra stuff in here if you're going to go see it again next week. It's almost worth it. I've been wondering if it was going to get a bump due to Spider-Man, and it looks like it is, but it's going to get a bump that I wasn't even expecting. It's going to get a rerun out with actual extra footage put back in. So if you wanted to see it to catch up, if you haven't seen it yet, which I doubt because this movie's made so much money, but if you want to go see it again before Spider-Man so everything's fresh in your head and all the emotions are still running with you going into Spider-Man, then next week is the week, because extra footage, extra stuff, you'll be able to see all that. This movie still might beat Avatar yet. It's definitely, this is the Hail Mary right here, I feel like. Like I said, Avatar had already beat Titanic, but we're way past Titanic numbers when it really comes down to it. So when we're talking Avatar numbers, the re-release did have a lot to do with it. $33 million is nothing to shake the stick at. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if 55 is even plausible for Avengers. And yeah, that's awesome. Like, I can't believe they're like, this movie's big, y'all. Like, wow. Like, this movie's on some whole other level stuff, and I'm so glad I'm able to say that I lived through this moment. But anyway, we're going to jump out of Nine Realms. That's all there really was to do with that. The quick actual thing that I really am probably going to spend the most time on, and that's this Isley. Bring up Eyes and Isley. That's Star Wars news. And something strange happened in Star Wars news. And I say strange because I don't really know how to take it. Lucasfilm has appointed Michelle Rejwan. I might have butchered that. We'll know how to say it eventually, but we just haven't heard it that much. So Rejwan is now the Senior Vice President of Live Action Development. And I heard some things about her. I mean, they only mentioned that she was a producer on The Force Awakens and is the producer of Rise of Skywalker, right? So that's all she's really done, though, in the Lucasfilm realm. She's done that. She's produced a movie and helped produce a movie, right? So I found out a little more about her. She was an assistant to J.J. Abrams for a really long time. Like, we're talking 6-7 years an assistant. Then during his biggest times, like during his Star Trek time, his Lost was going on. So many facets that she had her hands in and dabbled in, but I still feel like that's a little small amount of experience to put this on. Vice President to live action development means that she is going to have her hands on all the films, all Disney Plus movies, series, whatever they do on Disney Plus, any of the anthology stuff, anything else that they work on that's live action. This is who you have to blame or praise. Basically, in layman's terms, she is the Kevin Feige of live action Star Wars. So she's the one that keeps everything running down a smooth path and sets out that plan. And like I said, I do think this is jumping the gun a little. I don't know if there's a proven track record enough to dump this on. Kathleen Kennedy goes on to say she has seen a lot in her. She sees a whole lot in her from all aspects of working with things. But I don't know, y'all. Like Feige had a long run before he's where he was. This seems to have, this seems to be a shook the right hands more than a paid the right dues to get this, and I think that's what actually has me worried about this. Like, someone on the side brought up Filoni, and I was like, you know what, Filoni would have been a great pick. He's got a great track record with Clone Wars and Rebels, and he's really got a good track record when it comes to Star Wars. But who knows? Maybe they just really see someone in this person. But I thought this too. Kathleen Kennedy's been catching a lot of crap, and obviously she's not going anywhere, but she can't get the blame of every single thing that goes wrong thrown on her. I started thinking maybe this is a scapegoat move. Maybe this gives someone to pass the buck and, hey, look over here while we do this. And that's weird. I don't think that can't be it. I don't want to say she's just there as a scapegoat, but she is going to be much like any president we've had in my lifetime. She's going to be the person that takes the praise or the blame for a whole lot of other people working. And I don't know. That's kind of strange. It's just a strange pick to me. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say different things. Everybody's kind of scratching their heads on where this has come from. So I'm really wondering where we're going with it. But anyway, that's all I could go with, because the main thing she produced, this Rise of Skywalker, is not even in theaters yet. So until that happens, will we really have our hands on whether this is in the right direction in the first place? So who knows? Fingers crossed. I've got hope for anyone. I would love to see this all work out, and much luck. I'll definitely give her a chance. I'm not going to be the person that says, well, this is just stupid and I'm not going to watch anymore. Obviously I'm going to. I've loved everything they put out since Disney's bought them. So I'm in. Like I said, I've liked the books, I've liked the cartoons, hell, I've loved the movies. So let's do it. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do on Eyes on Isley. We'll get off that, and we got a couple more things in What the Fox? And What the Fox is where we talk about all things Fox Searchlight, 20th Century Fox, all that good stuff. And a red band trailer came out earlier this week for a movie called Ready or Not. And this is a direction we have not gone with at this show yet. And I was wondering when we were going to get in a place like this. So, alright. For me, this Ready or Not did a bunch of things. First thing it did was show that Disney's Fox does not care. It's still Fox. Don't expect the mouse to change anything when it comes to what you love from Fox. Because, man, this red band trailer proved that it is going to be just in your face, graphic, violent, just wow. I mean, this red band trailer was a red band trailer, and I don't know why these films really do it for me, but these weird, this is like an escape room meets Saw type environment. I don't know why I'm so into the human aspect of these thriller horror type things we're getting into now, where it's more like a game and they're toying with each other. But I don't know, it's a different type of fear for me. I've never really been like Jason and Mike Myers, they've always been not the scariest things to me because I've always thought there's a way to fight back. These people in these movies, like this Ready or Not, are getting put into situations where you got to use your head a lot more than just fight back. Because if you just fight back, you're going to get overwhelmed because everyone and the odds are totally against you here. And man, they are so just intense to watch. And this one looks like it's going to deliver on that. Right when I saw this trailer, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. So a bride, she just got married. This is the night of her wedding. She marries into a very rich family that's rich off board games. You know what I'm saying? Think like a Parker Brothers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they're rich off making board games. And they say, one more thing after the wedding day you got to do. You got to play a game with us. And she's like, what? We got to play a game? Okay, whatever. So how do we pick the game? There's this little box. She hits the button. All of a sudden a card pops up. They're going to play hide and seek. So they explain to her she's got to hide. And that all she's got to do is stay hidden until dawn. There's no way for her to win, this and that. But as she goes and hides, they all pass out crossbows and axes and guns and just, they're going to kill this girl. So they hunt her down, you know what I'm saying, and they're trying to kill her. She finds out what's going on because she watches someone get accidentally shot. So there's like human blunder all throughout this movie because many people die that look like they weren't supposed to just in the previews. So I can't wait to see this movie. This movie looks like just, it's got great violent thriller written all over it. And it, as sick as it sounds, it looks like it's going to be fun to watch. But this is definitely one that if you are squeamish, do not even go watch the trailer. But if you are into good thrillers, then definitely, I've even got this posted on the site under What the Fox. Check out that trailer. That trailer is amazing. Now, we're going to get out of that. Like I said, awesome trailer. Can't wait to see this movie. We're going to get out of that and we're going to go into something else. Fox announced they pulled the Soul type thing from earlier and they put out a random tweet with a title card of The Kingsman. The tweet was, next year we go back to where it all began. Meet the Kingsman in February 2020. So this will probably be a prequel. It's going to be the first of the Kingsmen, most likely, the ones that put it all together. I wouldn't doubt it if they tie it in the end with the main guy from the original that keeps somehow coming back. Anyway, I dig these movies. I thought the second one was good. I didn't think it was as great as the first one, but I did enjoy it a lot. So I'm definitely into this. I'll watch this. It's weird because as much as I've always loved James Bond, I feel like I should like these movies a whole lot more than I do. But like I said, wasn't really feeling the second one as much as I was feeling the first one. A prequel does sound fun though, because I would like to see how we started all this and then maybe even build on and keep going. I don't know, but like I said, I'll go watch it. I loved the first one. I liked the second one a lot, so I'll check them out. But anyway, there's not much to go off of that. I mean, the Kingsman's graphics just pretty plain, and then that gives us nothing at all other than we are doing a prequel. So, like I said, I can't wait to hear more, see more about some of these movies we talked about today, but there just wasn't much out there. It felt like a really big teaser week as we go into Toy Story 4, getting closer to Spider-Man 3. Like, we're going to get into a whole bunch of movies, so I have a feeling they're not going to flood us down with speculation because they don't want to take our eyes off what's coming. So, Toy Story 4, like I said, be on the look for that tomorrow. That is the rest of the show because that's all I've got for everything. So, as always, shoot us some emails, snipes-n-snarfblatts@gmail.com. Let us know if there's anything we missed, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to see at the parks, any food you've ever thought about tasting, whatever you want to do or talk about, something I missed, your feelings opposite of mine on something. Send me an email. Let's talk back and forth, and even more so, let's talk back and forth in the comments down there. Go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the bell, and then look down there in the comments to talk about anything you want to talk about with us. But while you're there, in the description above the comments, check out all the social ways to follow us. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Pinterest. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook so you can stay up day to day with the site as we put stuff up there. And then, like I said, every week I get some extra stuff and we talk about it here on the channel. So follow us on those so you know what's going on day for day. And while you're also at it and you are down there, go to the Instagram, because the Instagram is where I share all the fun pictures of the park, and I do a whole lot of food reviews and drink reviews for stuff around Walt Disney World Park there all the time. So check that out. It's real fun. Like I said, I love hearing back from y'all, just talking back and forth on what y'all feel about these things. So definitely follow us on all those sites, and I can't wait to see y'all, not next week, but tomorrow, after I see Toy Story and I give you my first thoughts on the film. But until then, I like signing off with a quote, and 90% of the time it's from the man Walt himself. And this one really, really hits home. I resent the limitations of my own imagination.